Hello Glam Squad, welcome back to my channel. It's Gigi, and today we are going to do a fall inspired funky floral set. I am going to paint the nails those colors and make flowers out of those colors. And no, I'm not going to use those at all. I thought I might, I didn't. So what we're going to do really quickly is go ahead and paint these nails, and this color brown is, oh, it's so delicious, it makes me want a milk chocolate bar. And this is the only nail we're actually going to do in that brown, because that brown is just going to be surrounded by these other lighter colors. And this one here is like a peachy sort of coral almost color. So I really love that, and we're going to do 2 coats of it on these 2 nails, and of course that brown's going to get 2 coats as well. But you can see the opacity of these is really nice. You could almost get away with just one, but just to be safe, I did 2. Now on this pink color, as you can see, there's a little bit of shadowing. And even though I tried really hard to be sweet to it, I let it sit and rest for a moment, I still saw that shadowing. So I decided to give it 3 coats just for full opacity and to get rid of those gray tones. And it worked perfectly. So if you are doing a color that is similar to that pink, make sure that you go ahead and give it 3 coats if you feel like you're seeing that kind of shadowing. So these are the other colors I showed you, and we are going to just dot those down and use those to create some really pretty flowers. Guys, the flowers I'm creating are similar in the way that I create them on every single flower, although each flower has a little bit of its own flavor, kind of. This one, it's let's go ahead and just tell you how I'm making them. Just really simply create a dot, grab a small detail brush, and then draw a petal out of the dot. Kind of like if you were making heart nails, right? You would do 2 dots and then create the point between the 2 dots. This is just creating a point on the 1 dot. And then you know, meet your points all together to make a flower. So if you struggle to make flowers, start here. It's the simplest flower to make, and you can actually do a few different kinds of daisies with this. You don't have to just do the single kind. I'm going to do a couple of different things. One of them, I think, actually 2 of them sort of give me morning glory vibes, and the rest give me more daisy vibes. Guys, my throat is still a little weird. This is one of the ones that gives me morning glory vibes, and as you can see, I'm doing smaller dots and I'm putting them really close together, and then I'm pulling down into my little points, but they're so close together that the colors kind of bleed and blend together, so they don't really look so much like individual petals. They look like one big lacy, flowing, ruffly petal. So that is a different way you can use this technique to make a different sort of looking flower. And depending on how you decorate the inside will also change the way that it looks. And you'll see that with this one and this one right here. Now I'm taking white. This is the Modelones cream gel, and on this stripy brush, I'm just filling in a white line in between each petal, and then I'm going to come in with a cleaner up brush, and just clean up those little, you see those little points there. I don't want those, and it gives it a very scalloped sort of look, which to me gives it a very morning glory feel, sort of how this one's got a lacy, almost morning glory feel as well. I'm not doing the lines on this one. I'm just mirroring the same technique that I made the petals with. So anyway, my throat. On Monday, if you watch Monday's video, I have been losing my voice for several days. And it's a little better right now, but honestly, I'm chalking that up to the beer that I'm drinking because it sort of loosened up my vocal cords. But my throat has sounded really, really weird. Now on this lighter pink color, we're gonna take this darker, reddy, winey sort of color and start the petals there. And one of the things I'm doing on all of the flowers is making them two colors. And I'm just switching, you know, darker color, lighter color, or green, blue, you know, I'm just alternating the colors back and forth. But you don't have to do that, you guys. You can make it all one color. You can use 3 colors. You can use a different petal. Each has its own color. There are no rules in art. If you like the way it looks, then you do it. Now, some people are going to tell you there are rules in art, and there may be specific ways you can do specific things, but to me, that's not rules. That's just techniques. Maybe you are going to make a new technique, so you do you, boo. Now we're going to come in, and on this one, we're going to do a half flower, and we're going to do a half flower on 2 of the nails, you know, on the side like that, instead of like a quarter flower on the top that we did on the other ones. This is more of like a half flower. And same exact technique. There's absolutely no difference. Dot and drag, dot and drag, dot and drag. Anyone could make a flower like this. You could do this with a pencil. You could do this with the paints. You could do it with a pen. It's just a very simple way to make a cute flower. And honestly, before I turn these dots into the petals, tell me that's not already kind of cute, right? You could leave it just like that right there and not turn them into petals, and it would still be cute. It would be kind of arts and crafts, which this look is a little arts and craftsy, but that's what makes it cute, right? That's what gives it the funky sort of 70s vibe. I really, really dig it. It's also kind of like the flowers that you might see on some certain kinds of pottery, or even on like those little Russian nesting dolls, stuff like that. So I think that these kind of flowers are just like the kind of thing you would see in almost any culture all over the world, on different kinds of art. So I don't know, I think this kind of simple art just really connects us all as humans, and that's what makes it really fun for me to create it. I really have a good time doing it. This is the only full flower that I did, but I think it's super cute. It's a little different than the others, in that to get all the petals in there, they had to be a little smaller. But I think it's very adorable, and it gives me very, do you remember? Okay, you might not remember, but if you're my age, you may remember back in the 70s, they had those really cool leather purses that the top was just a flap with some sort of either snap or buckle or whatever to close it. And oftentimes they would have a flower like this on there, or a lot of flowers like this on there. And as I was making this nail, it kept making me think of those kind of purses. And I know I had one when I was a kid, probably like 12 or 13 years old. If you're that age and you remember those purses, hit me in the comment section below. Shout out to my my 70s rock stars. I remember the 70s fondly. I thought that it was very fun. Of course, I was a teenager in the 70s, so of course I thought it was fun. I liked disco. I've always liked dance music, so the 70s was super fun to me. Super fun. Now here's the other nail that we're going to just do a little half a flower on. And again, we are using that real pretty dark wine red color. I think it's so pretty and it looks so gorgeous against this pink. I think the combo is beautiful. I think I need to do something with an ombre in this combination. It's super, super pretty. Sorry, I paused there for a little sip of beer because Modelo is yum, yum, yum. Let me know in the comment section, what is your favorite beer? Or if you don't like beer, what's your favorite, beverage of alcoholic or non-alcoholic variety? The alcoholic drinks are not my favorite drinks. Honestly, coffee and water are my favorite drinks, but I do enjoy the occasional beer, and I happen to have one in my fridge, and I thought it might make my voice sound a little better, and I think it did. All right, we are going to come in on this one and just add some white dots, but that's it. We're not going to transform the dots into anything. We're just going to leave them as dots. And this gives me such peacock vibes. I think I need to do peacock nails. Let me know in the comment section if you want to see that. I'll have to practice something though. I'm not exactly sure how I'll pull that off. But, I need to challenge myself. So now I decided on some of these to add a few more dots. I'm still kind of on the fence if I like it or not, but it is cute. It is cute. Don't get me wrong. I don't hate it, but I'm still a little on the fence if I love it. But it does give it more of a, like a mandala sort of vibe. I kind of dig that. So now we're coming in with some top coat. I did, just for full transparency, come in with a nice juicy base coat. Then I cleaned off the sticky layer so they wouldn't be shiny anymore, so you could see the nice pretty top coat reveal and they wouldn't be too terribly bumpy. I also wanted to mention that I did not notice that I had forgotten to turn on one of my lights, so these could be brighter, and I apologize for that, but I'll make sure that the reveal shots are much prettier. Now, after we finish top coating, of course, you want to give them a full 60-second cure. And this is the finished set. Guys, I think these are so adorable. I did want to let you know I cured everything for a full 60 seconds every time. I did not do any flash curing. I wanted to make sure all my flowers were completely cured. So definitely make sure you do that as well. Thank you so much for watching today. We are going to see you in the next video. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.